From a double wide in Hollywood, it's the Tom Leykis Show.
I've got a question for you. What do you say to a fat, ugly chick? Nothing.
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning into the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of radio talk program. We're the radio show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No! I am your host. Write down our telephone number. You're gonna need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. That's 1-800-5800-866. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. There's a new study out today from the New England Journal of Medicine. And it says women have smaller feet so that they are better able to perform their domestic duties, such as standing closer to the kitchen sink. This is something I've maintained on this program for years. Now, it also says the reason that women have breasts is so that when men want to get up off the couch, they have something to grab onto. So obviously, guys, if you have a woman with small breasts, you ought to drop that bitch. It's the Tom Leykis Show, now taking more phone calls than ever before, which basically means I have even less to say. Scott is in Portland, the home of the other white meat. You're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello, Scott.
All right, hello, Tom. Hey, what's up, bro?
Not a whole hell of a lot, Scott. Just doing a radio show here.
All right, Tom. So, totally check it out. All right, I got a great story for you. All right, so my girlfriend and I are hanging out the other night.
Now, hold on a second there, Scott. Now, why do you have a girlfriend when you know, Leykis 101, I teach you that women are like kegs. You tap it, and then you're done with it.
Right, I know, bro, so I know it's big mistake, right, but it gets a lot worse than this, man.
All right, well, tell me about it.
All right, so check it out, bro. We're hanging out at my pad, and, I'm down here in Laguna Beach, okay, so we're hanging out at my pad, right, and, sorry, man, I just had some Funyuns. All right, so anyway, we're hanging out at my pad, right, and we're smoking some tree, okay?
Now, how do you like to smoke your weed? Now, do you like to do roaches or blunts? Do you like bong hits?
Oh, we started out, we were just smoking some joints, but later on we moved on to bong hits because it's a lot better that way, I think. I mean, I'm more of a purist in a lot of senses. I think that's the best way, to imbibe. All right, so anyway, Tom, so we get high and everything, we're totally wasted, and then we decide one thing leads to another, and I plant a seed in her garden, you know what I mean, man?
So what you're saying is you had sex with this woman?
Yeah, bro, I totally, hit that, and then, okay, so, all right, so, we were kind of purists and everything, so, we didn't use any protection.
So you had sex, and you didn't use any protection. Of course, I assume that the next day, you had her take the morning after pill. Are you 486, right?
Nah, bro, the next morning I woke up and I, cooked us some omelets, man, and, it's pretty cool. I make this killer cheese omelet.
Wait a second. You mean you woke up the next morning and she was still in your bed? You should have kicked that bitch out of your house right after you had finished. I mean, honestly, I like when I'm still, just as my orgasm is finishing, that bitch is usually out the door.
Yeah, I know, Tom. So anyway, it's pretty weird. So anyway, I think she might be pregnant or something, and so it could be. What should I do?
Well, you shouldn't have had unprotected sex because we know what whores most women are in general. Moreover, you shouldn't have a girlfriend. Remember, women are like buses. One comes along every 10 minutes. Now, my question is, what are you going to do if it turns out she's pregnant?
Well, I haven't really thought about it, but I guess we're you just have to carry the, baby to term and everything, you know what I mean? And I guess I'll be an okay dad and stuff. Or, if it doesn't work out, I'll be there, I'll be paying child support.
Now, wait a second here. You haven't been listening to Leykis 101.
I'm sorry about that, Tom. I just found your show, so what should I do here, brah?
What you need to do, Scott, is if she is pregnant, you need to encourage her to get an abortion. And if she doesn't get an abortion...
Bro, why do you pause so much, man? I don't understand that.
Scott, I'm trying to help you here. If she doesn't get an abortion, what you do is you quit your job and you make sure that you never pay a cent in child support.
All right, that sounds like, it could be a cool idea, maybe, right?
Exactly, and if she doesn't listen to you, you can show her the back of your hand. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I got you. Got to keep your pimp hand strong, right, Tom?
That's right, Scott. That's how we roll here on the Tom Leykis Show.
All right, well, Tom, take me out all Dr. Evil style, where he says $1 million, but he says it all cool.
All right, here you go.
$1 million.
It's the Tom Leykis Show, where I take more pauses than any other host. That way it seems that my show has more content than it really does. Of course, after the show, I have to mention regularly I'm going to get crack-a-lacking on some ass. Going to go rolling into a party. Nothing quite like a guy that's 50-something years old with chins that look like a staircase going up to his face, balding, walking into a party someplace. But all the ladies, they do want me because I have a multi-million-dollar contract. It's beautiful. Next up, it's Gertrude. You're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Let me tell you something, Tom. I've been listening to this dirty, filthy mouth of yours.
I don't even really care what you have to say.
Now listen here, Tom. You better listen because I'm telling you right now that I don't particularly care for this filthy mouth of yours. I don't particularly like the way you talk to people and talk about women. And I don't even know who gave you a radio show in the first place.
Let me explain something to you there, Toots. I've been doing this radio program, this version of this show for 15 years now. And you don't count anyway. You're not in the target demographic. You're a woman. So as far as I'm concerned, you might as well get over to my house, sweetheart, and wash my car. That's about all you bitches are good for, that, and I wouldn't even tap you because, quite frankly, you probably have a dusty cooch. So I don't really care what you have to say as far as I'm concerned. Once women hit the age of 40, I think they should probably all be executed, or they should just be a slave at my mansion. That's what I think of women. Probably my mother included, if you don't mind my saying so. Now, next hour on the Tom Leykis Show, wide open telephones. You talk about absolutely anything as long as you're completely 100% fascinating. Like most of the callers to this show are, even the ones that we pay to call in. That's right, we do actually pay some of our callers because, really, nobody could be this stupid. So we have to pay callers to make for an interesting show. You know why women have such soft skin? It's so it doesn't hurt your hand when you smack them.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. The Tom Leykis Show.